What's up everyone, Brandon Stoko616 here, and today I will be bringing you my very own Dark Magician updated deck. Before we start this video, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and it would really help grow my channel. Without further ado, let's get into it. We'll start off with the standard 3 Dark Magicians. Gotta be that classic artwork, like the Blue Eyes deck that I showed you 2 weeks ago. I know they're slightly damaged, but yeah, just really like them. Next we have two Dark Magician of Chaos. Great card. It would be better if I had like the old effect, the Battle Pack 2 effect, which is when you summon it you can add 1 spell card from your grave to your hand. But instead it's the end phase, so if you had a Dark Magician in the field, you've got 2 of these, you can summon another one if you used Dedication to Lightning Chaos. The next 2 are 2 Magician of Dark Illusion. Great effects. They are, if I can focus in, reading everything through the camera here, it is, this card's name becomes Dark Magician while on the field. You can only use each effect of Magician of Dark Illusion once per turn. During your opponent's turn, if you activate a spell trap card, except during the damage step, you can special summon this from hand. And the other effect is, if you activate a spell trap card while this card is face up on the field, except during the damage step, you can target 1 Dark Magician in your graveyard, special summon it. The effect can only be used once while this card is face up on the field. Next is 2 Palladium Oracle Mahad. If you draw this card, like during the draw phase, you can reveal it and special summon it. If this card battles a dark monster, its attack is doubled during the damage step only. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon 1 Dark Magician from your hand, take over again. Next is 1 Dark Magician Girl. I think she's a decent card, but overly not that important to the deck. So yeah, the effect is, well, everyone should know the effect, but it should, but it's a common effect. Getting all jumbled up today. Forgive me, guys. The effect is, this card gains 300 attack for each Dark Magician or Dark Magician of Chaos and Magician of Black Chaos in either player's graveyard. So that's the ritual, not the Dark Magician of Chaos. Next is 3 Magician's Robe. I think the reason most people use this is for the effect that during your opponent's turn you can discard 1 spell or trap card and summon 1 Dark Magician from your deck. It's a quick effect. The other effect is during your opponent's turn, if you activate a spell or trap card or effect while this card is in your graveyard, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. You can only use each effect of Magician's Robes once per turn. So yeah, decent effect. Getting those DMs out. Sadly, right now I've only got 1 Magician's Rod. I'm not really sure what the effect of this is, but everyone's saying it's a good card, so I thought I'd get one. I don't really see many people using these. Next, the 2 Miscellaneous is a Summoner Monk and a Breaker of the Magical Warrior. That's it for the monsters. Down at the spells. For the first spell we have the Eye of Timaeus. This card's effect is, This card is always treated as a legendary dragon to my eyes. Target one top. Right, so read it. Target one Dark Magician you control. Dark Magician monster you control. Fusion summon from the fusion monster from fusion. Fuck's sake. Basically, it's basically polymerization and the monster to bring out Dark Paladin. I mean, Amulet Dragon. It's late at night, forgive me. Right. The next spell is Dark Burning Magic. If you control monsters whose original names are Dark Magician and Dark Magician Guild, destroy all cards your opponent controls. Next is Dark Burning Attack. This card's effect is, if you control a Dark Magician Guild monster, destroy all face-up monsters your opponent controls. Next is 2 Dark Magic Attack. If you control a Dark Magician, destroy all spell and trap cards your opponent controls. Next is 2,000 Knives. If you control a Dark Magician, target one monster your opponent controls, destroy it. Next is 2 Dark. Let's put it there. 2 Dark Magic Veil. Pay 1,000 life points, special summon 1 Dark Spellcaster type monster from your hand or graveyard. Next is, I just showed you before, Dedication to Enlightening Darkness. Tribute 1 Dark Magician, special summon 1 Dark Magician of Chaos from your hand, deck or graveyard. Next is Magical Dimension. This effect is, if you control a spellcaster type monster, target one monster you control, tribute that target, special summon 1 spellcaster type monster from your hands, then you can destroy 1 monster in the field. Next is Illusion Magic. Tribute 1 spellcaster type monster, add up to 2 copies of Dark Magician from your hand and or graveyard from your deck to hand. You can only activate 1 Illusion Magic per turn. Next is Dark Magic Expanded. Apply these effects in sequence based on the number of Dark Magician or Magician Guilds on the field and in graveyards. If you have 1 Dark Spellcaster type monster, if you have 1 Dark in the graveyard, 1 Dark Spellcaster type monster on the field gains 1,000 attack until the end of this turn. If it has 2, this turn your opponent cannot activate cards and effects in response to your spell, trap cards, or activation. Also, spell and trap cards you control cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. If you have 3 or more, Dark Spellcaster type monsters you control are unaffected, that you currently control are unaffected by your opponent's card effects until the end of this turn. Next card, Dark Inheritance. Banish 2 spell cards from the grave and add 1 spell or trap card from your deck to the hand. That specifically lists Dark Magician or Dark Magician Guild into text. Except Dark Magic Inheritance. You can only activate 1 Dark Magic Inheritance per turn. Next is a very annoying card to other people. Secret Village of the Spellcasters. If you control a spellcaster type monster and your opponent does not, your opponent cannot activate spell cards. If you control no spellcaster type monsters, you cannot activate spell cards. And finally for the spells, 2 Mystical Space Typhoon. Just push these up. The traps. First one is Dark Renewal. When your opponent normal or special summons a monsters, target one monster or monsters. Target one of those monsters and 1 spellcaster type monster you control. Send both to the graveyard. Then you can special summon 1 Dark Spellcaster type monster from your deck or graveyard. This is Black Illusion. Focus. Until the end of this turn, all Dark Spellcaster type monsters with 2000 or more attack you currently control cannot be destroyed by battle. Their effects are negated. Also, they are unaffected by your opponent's card effects. So, a decent card there. Next is the all-powerful Eternal Soul. Every Dark Magician in your monster zone is unaffected by your opponent's card effects. If this face-up card leaves the field, destroy all monsters you control. You can only use one of the following effects of Eternal Soul once per turn. I mean, you can only use the following effects of Eternal Soul once per turn. You can activate one of these effects. Special summon one Dark Magician from your hand or graveyard. Another one is add one Dark Magic attack or 1000 knives from your deck to your hand. Next one is Gaga Shield. Was it yeah, 3 Gs. Gaga Shield. Target one face-up spellcaster monster you control. Equip this card to the target. Twice per turn, it cannot be destroyed by battle by card effects. So that's twice. Next is Magician's Defense. While you control a spellcaster type monster, any damage you take is halved. You cannot halve the same damage twice this way. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can target one spellcaster type monster in your graveyard and smash summon it. Next two are two Magician's Circles. When a spellcaster type monster declares an attack, each player special summons one spellcaster type monster with 2000 attack or less from their deck in attack position. Next is a Magic Cylinder. Bit of a staple here. I love it. I remember one time I was playing against Cybers and I just GG'd. Someone got a Cyber and Dragon out with 16G attack and I was just like, bruh, flip it, GG. Anyways, get back on topic. Last trap card, in fact, is Compulsory. I'm gonna say this better. I think it's compulsory to have one of these in your deck. Right, now on to the extra deck. As you saw before, we're starting with a Amulet Dragon, amazing card. Using Dark, you can fusion summon this using a Dark Magician and a Dragon type, or a Eye of Timaeus. The effect is must be fusion summoned with the above fusion materials or with the Eye of Timaeus. Cannot be special summoned by other ways. If this card is special summoned, target any number of spell cards in any graveyards, minimum 1. Banish those targets, and if you do, this card gains 100 attack for each card banished by this card's effect. If this card is destroyed, you can target one spellcaster type monster in your graveyard and special summon the target. That is the one and only fusion in this deck. Next is two Ebon Illusion Magicians. I try and get this out like at least twice per duel. That's why I've got like two. Ow! Back's killing this guys. This is XYZ summon. Or XZ summoned using 2 level 7s. You can also XZ summon this by using a rank 6 spellcaster type monster. And you control as XYZ material. XZ materials attached to this monster also become XZ materials on this card. Once per turn, you can detach one XZ material from this card. Special summon one spellcaster type normal monster from your hand or deck. When a spellcaster type normal monster you control declares an attack, you can target one card in your opponent's graveyard and banish it. You can only use the effect of Ebon Illusion Magician once per turn. Well, this effect is. Next is two Ebon High Magicians. They're really easy to have, but I thought I should have them just in case. 2 level 7 spellcaster type monsters. No. Ebon Illusion is just 2 level 7s, but Ebon High is 2 level 7 spellcasters. While this card is an extra material, you can activate a quick play spell or trap card from your hand during your opponent's turn by detaching one XA material from this card at activation. If this XE summon card is destroyed by battle into the graveyard, or if this XE summon card you control is sent to the graveyard by an opponent's card effect, you can special summon one dark spellcaster type monster from your hand or deck. Then you can destroy one card on the field. Yeah, so that's a alright effect. It's a really good effect, actually. Next is number 101, Silent Honor Arc. This requires 2 level 4 monsters. And its effect is you can detach 2 XE materials from this card and target one special summon monster your opponent controls in face of attack position. Attach it to this card as a face of XE material. You can only use this effect of number 101, Silent Honor Arc, once per turn. If this face-up card would be destroyed, you can detach one XYZ material from this card instead. Next is Castell, the Sky Blaster Musketeer. You can do 2 level 4 monsters, same as last. You can detach one XYZ material from this card and target one face-up monster on the field. Change it to face-down defense position. You can detach 2 XA materials from this card and target one of the face-up card in the field. Shuffle it into the deck. You can only use one Castell's effect once per turn. Well, its real text is you can only use one Castell the Sky Blaster Musketeer effect per turn, and only once that turn. Next is Abyss Dweller. It's 2 level 4s. While this card has an XE material attached to it that was originally water, all water monsters you control gain 500 attack. Once per turn during either player's turn, you can detach one XE material from this card. Any effects that activate in your opponent's graveyard cannot be activated this turn. Basically, that's what I'm using that effect for. Next is the Black Ship of Khorne. 2 level 4 monsters. Once per turn, you can detach one XE material from this card. And target one face-up monster your opponent controls with attack less than or equal to this card attack. Send it to the graveyard, and if you do, inflict 1000 damage to your opponent. This card cannot attack the turn you activate this effect. And that was that. Yeah. Give me a second. Thank you so much for watching, guys. This has been Brandon Stoker 616 here with my Dark Magician updated deck. If you did enjoy the video, please don't forget it a thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate it. As I said at the beginning, it will really help my channel grow and hopefully become successful one day. And until next time, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more videos like this. And until next time, yeah. Still haven't thought of an intro yet. See ya.